and the Buffalo Bills. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then, and they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
They'll run on first down. Harding calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles? I
love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Harding. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On second down, Harding. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Tw0Min Smith. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Touchdown!
So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen, he'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. He's at the 40. And at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Raiders pick it up.
So, partner, that play huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back. But in this case,
that's not his role.
Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
Result of the play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, home.
Hey, watch that.
Hey, exit.
54.
Here we go.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. Josh Doxson's got it complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Try to run for it with Jacobs. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
The line of scrimmage, this 7 now on 2nd and goal. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean? Break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going why they said that. I have no idea.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down now, Harding. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is in this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Bills defense now as they head out to defend here. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Bridgewater. And that's caught by Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Play action now. Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. He's got Smith here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing. Bridgewater. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
1st down, and they're going to throw without it. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this one complete to Smith. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Bridgewater now. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start with the marquee matchup of the entire weekend. the rematch of Super Bowls 42 and 46. The New York Giants once again doing battle with New England. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And it's the visiting Washington Redskins who have the lead in that one. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Nelson Aguilar, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater, complete. Smith has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check back. Check back. Check.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Now Bridgewater. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Accelerating, and off he goes. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Bridgewater. And it's hauled in by Dodson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So here are the Bills to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a handoff here to his running back. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harding. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. You ain't doing nothing.
On 3rd down, Harding. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Bridgewater to throw it. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Dante Fowler picks up his second sack of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Here's Bridgewater. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Allen's throw is complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they have the right coverage...
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Bills will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. Over the middle to Smith. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard. Line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game of the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. On 2nd down, Harding. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, Harding. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harding, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
58, come on. Watch the run, watch the run.
On 3rd down, Harding. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. Oh, good move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost, But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.